What's up, guys? Welcome to Top 5 Niches of the Week. I'm bringing you 5 best-selling print-on-demand niches that you can target to increase your sales. Now, I've got a couple Halloween niches, as you would expect, and I've also got a few non-Halloween niches that are selling really well right now, so why don't we get started? Really quickly, we've got 2 winners to announce from last week's free print-on-demand giveaway. If this looks like your email address, then you'll be hearing from me shortly with all of your prizes. Congratulations. And if you guys didn't win, please take advantage of this week's free print-on-demand giveaway. You can find it at ryanhogue.com/giveaway or just use the link at the top of the description. Also, while you're in the description, take advantage of my free 8-day print-on-demand mini course and join my print-on-demand Facebook group if you're not already a member. All right, so I always like to every now and then, every other week, I plug this video that I recorded called Is This Niche Safe? Where I show you how I validate if a niche is safe for sale on Merch by Amazon. The reason I wanted to share this is because it's pretty darn spot on as far as what we can do outside of working for the Merch by Amazon content policy team to protect our account. Now, that being said, the Peter niche from last week, even though it checked every box in this video, including new listings going live as recently as the day before I released last week's video, a lot of rejections in that niche. So I would stay away from Peter. Nobody has any clue why. There was a lot of discussion about that in the Facebook group. So yeah, just stay away from that one. My bad, guys. I have no clue why that wasn't allowed. But again, outside of working for Merch by Amazon, we don't really know. They don't tell us. So is this niche safe? I'll put a link to that video in the description. This is how I validate all my niches. All right, niche number 1. Now, this niche is selling extremely well, and there's a funny story behind it, but rather than me tell it, you can go look it up if you care to. As print-on-demand sellers, we don't need to understand the backstory behind these niches. We just need to see what's selling and carve out a piece of the pie for ourselves. So there is a NASCAR driver named Brandon. I don't really follow NASCAR. I'm dying to go to a NASCAR race because I heard they're a lot of fun, but I don't really watch it. And apparently he won a race, and everybody in the crowd was chanting something. They were chanting something, and the reporter that was interviewing the guy who won the race was like, oh, listen to the crowd. They're chanting, let's go, Brandon. But they weren't actually chanting that. So it was kind of a funny story. It went viral, and it's selling a ton of t-shirts. Check out the BSRs: 6,000 BSR, 10,000, 13,000, 14,000, 20,000, 20,000, 24,000, 30,000, 31,000, 36,000. Here's a whole nother row. We got 2 shirts in the 40,000 BSR range, 3 shirts in the 50,000. A bunch in the 70,000. Guys, these shirts are selling like crazy. And this is where there's confusion. People who are in low tiers in Merch by Amazon, they say, how are we going to find really high demand shirts that have no competition? And it's like, guys, you don't need to find that. That doesn't exist anyways, because Merch by Amazon, if that existed, it's going to exist for an hour, and then it's going to be flooded with people who found it, right? This is the type of niche that you need to be in, because it is not a niche that existed prior to a week or 2 ago. So you're not competing with old listings, and you can clearly see the transactions in this niche are just crazy. The amount of money being exchanged for product, the people buying this niche, the customer, the demand, it's there. This is the type of niche you need to be in. Who cares about your competition? It's print on demand. If you're worried about competition, do something with a higher barrier of entry. Print on demand, there's going to be competition. It's okay though. The pie is so big, it can support a lot of competition. I still think that there's probably a disproportional demand relative to supply in this niche because of how many sales are taking place. Now that might change after this video, but anyways, Let's Go Brandon is selling extremely well. It's a meme. Don't mention NASCAR. It's not about NASCAR. It's a more political thing, I think. But you can see here, the BSRs are just so amazing on this niche. The best one so far is 6,000. And Let's Go Brandon. This is one of those niches that anybody who was early to it, they've been rewarded. I'm sure I'm going to hear some stories in the comments of this video and in the Amazon Merch Facebook group. I'm sure there's going to be some success stories from this niche. All right, niche number 2. This is trick or teach. This is surprisingly accessible as far as the niche goes. Check out the first 3 shirts pictured here. 200,000 BSR, 200,000 BSR, 500,000 BSR, and the one behind me, 300,000 BSR. But the first 3 shirts don't have any reviews. So when you see shirts with low BSRs and little to no reviews, take notice. Trick or teach seems like it's very obvious. This seems actually too obvious. So let me just double check really quickly that it's not trademarked here. You see how we do this, guys? tmsearch.uspto.gov, trick or teach. And then we go Control F, trick or teach. And with the Control F, it will highlight any matches because it needs to be an exact match. Boom, no matches. Okay, so it's not trademarked. And if you're still not feeling sure about it, check out that video I shared earlier. It's in the description called Is This Niche Safe? You can also look to see when the most recent shirts went live. But this looks to be safe, guys. BSRs are pretty low. They're not so low that it's on everybody's radar, which is always a good thing. You can create designs like this with just using a clipping mask and a stroke on the text. So it may look like, oh, I could never create this type of design, but you easily could, guys. I have also a print-on-demand graphic design course that's included in my main course, but you can just get that mini course for like $49 if you want. I can put a link to it in the description, but it shows you how to create designs like this with no skill. All right, so this shirt right here, 31,000 BSR. Keywords that it's targeting from Flying Research: Halloween teacher, men, women, trick, teach. So basically it's going to be trick or teach or Halloween shirt for teacher. Probably the two big phrases I would target. All right, niche number 3. And this one, this should look familiar from anybody that was selling print on demand 1 year ago. This is Karen, I need to speak to the manager. Now, guys, this is one of these things where it was selling so well last year. And this is kind of like the Brandon niche that I was mentioning earlier, where it was not a niche that was selling prior. So it was a new niche soaking up so many sales, so much demand. And, you know, in private, behind the scenes, I was telling my girlfriend, I was like, yo, you need to, because she's trying to scale up her merch account. She's not in tier 200,000 yet. I was like, you need to go re-upload the Halloween shirts from last year and just put the word 2021. Okay? Because it's just kind of like, if you have a feel for how the Amazon algorithm works, you may upload the exact same design, but kind of switch up the keywords a little bit and add 2021 as like a new qualifier. And you may get some additional impressions and soak up some additional sales because the customer searched for 2021 in their query. All right. And the 2020 shirts may get pushed down as a result. And clearly you can see that this is working. The Karen shirts are selling again very well, not as good as last year, but you can see BSRs here, 260,000, 230,000, 580,000, about 400,000. So they're making consistent, steady sales. And what's cool is there isn't like some top heavy domination, like couple listings that are dominating all of the sales. This is pretty all well spread out because it's so easy to make these designs. This one from Flying Research, 40,000 BSR, and Halloween, Karen, costumes, funny. So yeah, I mean, just target Karen Halloween costume as your keywords. You'll probably be all right. Niche number 4. And this is one that trends every single year. And it goes both ways again. So it's Halloween plus politics. All right. And it says, I was going to be a Democrat for Halloween, but my head wouldn't fit up or I was going to be a Republican for Halloween, but my head wouldn't fit up my, you know what? So again, guys, play both sides. Don't worry about who cares about political lean? We always say, just make money catering to both sides. Now, given that we have a Democrat in the White House, the anti-Democrat shirts are selling better. It's funny how that works, right? It's like the most vocal group every 4-year cycle is the one that's like not in power. It's interesting. Anyways, here we go. So BSR on the best selling one, 544,000. So this one wasn't necessarily me looking at the research tools and finding like a niche that was selling really, really well. It was more or less me just trying to show an example of low-hanging fruit cross niche. Halloween, politics, right? We know that both of those are going to sell extremely well in the month of October. Well, this is a great example of cross-niching them. And we've seen these sell really well in the past too. I don't know why this year it's not selling as well as it has in years past, but still makes a lot of sense from a niche research perspective. All right, niche number 5, and this one is not a Halloween niche. This is one that I don't know where it came from, but there's definitely a couple listings selling pretty well. So it says, my employees are better than yours, #proudboss. Okay, and here we go. BSRs, 500,000, 280,000, 400,000, 460,000. But not a lot of reviews on them either. So these seem to be relatively new. I don't understand where the niche came from, but it's definitely got some demand there as verified by the BSRs. This one from Flying Research. Oh, this one has a 14,000 BSR. Okay, and it says appreciation boss shirt. So maybe like employee appreciation, boss appreciation, gift for boss, something like that. But my employees are better than yours, #proudboss, selling quite well. All right, seller trends. These are shirts that have seen a significant jump in BSR in a good way in the recent couple days. Coolest pumpkin in the patch, Cancer du Seine. So that's, oh, it's a French shirt. Okay. Some pumpkin shirts, T-Rex, skeleton riding a T-Rex, mummy T-Rex. In October, we wear pink, etc. Mars rover. Okay. Looking ahead, if you want to sell some t-shirts related to seemingly random holidays, November, well, I guess not all random, but November 11th, Veterans Day, November 11th, also World Origami Day, November 12th, Chicken Soup for the Soul Day, November 13th, World Kindness Day, November 14th, World Diabetes Day. All right, and one bonus shirt that I liked while I was doing my research, this one out of Spain, it just says Paciencia. Ah, man, I always say I failed Spanish. Well, I didn't fail it, but I didn't really learn much. But Paciencia. Oh, man, you guys are probably cringing. Sorry about that. Paciencia, patience, 1%. And it's got a picture of a battery at 1%. I just like that shirt. Also, just look at the big, bold design, easy to read, something everybody recognizes. The text is big, bold, all caps. What's not to like, guys? A uniform font. The width of the word is equal to the width of the battery. Just a lot of best practices checked every box in this design. So I really like this design, even though it's so simple. All right, and deleted designs brought to you by Merch Ninja. Okay, so if you want to pause and take a closer look, some things I'm seeing, like play on the Friends logo, the M&Ms. Guys, do not sell the M&M Halloween costume shirts. It never works. You got a Peter there. You got a cross niche between college football and NFL, which is never going to work. You got a shirt that says Panthers, which could be an NFL, which that's never going to work either. Don't do that. All right, and before we leave, guys, RyanHogue.com/giveaway. This week's print-on-demand giveaway has officially began. You can find a link in the description to win my print-on-demand mega pack. Nothing is required from you other than taking 10 seconds to enter. 2 winners will be randomly selected and announced 1 week from today. You'll win a license to Merch Titans Upload Automation, which I'm currently running right now while recording this video to upload to Merch by Amazon. Merch Ninja print-on-demand research tools, all Sunset's premium pre-made graphics to help you with your designs, and Bubble Scout, the only Redbubble niche research and validation tool. Thank you to all the sponsors. You can find links to them in the description. Yeah, guys. And before I leave, also, just one last reminder. I did write a full print-on-demand course walking you through how I make 6-figure print-on-demand sales every single year. It is absolutely packed with information. It's all actionable content that will increase your sales. So if you want to check that out, there's a link in the description. Guys, thank you for watching. Please have a great day. Please like and subscribe, by the way, if you haven't done that already. Always got to remind at the end of the video. And I'll see you guys soon.